Hello Craftaholics, I'm Peggy. Welcome to my studio. And this is our last stocking stuffer Saturday for Craftmas in July 2020. And I was looking for a way to either give money or a gift card. And I came across this that I had played with a little while ago. And it just opens up like a wallet. And it's perfect to hold cash or a gift card. And I thought, you know what, okay, that works. It's shaped like a wallet, holds cash, gift card. That'll work. Okay. So we're going to do a couple little variations on this. Now let me this is all the money I have in the world. Let me put it aside. No, I'm kidding. That's a joke. Anyway, our first one, we are going to do the same size as that one is. And what we need is a piece of cardstock that is 6.5 inches wide by 7.5 inches long, and we're going to score it at 2.5 and at 5.5. Okay, put that aside. Then we need two little pieces that are 1 inch by 2 inch, and they are both going to be scored just at a 1/2 inch right down the middle. Okay, let me put those there. Okay, we are going to burnish all of our score lines. Get a nice crisp line there. And then a second one. And these are really simple and really quick, which I like stuff like that. Okay, let's take our little ones here and burnish them on the sides. Apparently my hands don't want to work with small stuff today. Oop, not a good thing. Anyway, that one a little crooked, but you know, it's okay. I could probably straighten it out, but it's not a big deal if something goes crooked. Okay, now these are our pieces that we are going to mat our little wallet with. And you'll need one. They're all 6 3/8 inches wide. And this one is 2 7/8. Need another one that is 1 7/8. And your last one is going to be 2 3/8. Okay. Now, this is the one, our smallest piece, is the one that's going to mat right here. But what we're going to do is we are going to give this a little thumb notch, just to make it a little bit easier, and it looks really nice to get your cash out. So what I'm going to do, I am going to line these up like horizontally the same, but I'm going to put them both, I'm going to line the paper up with the edge instead of centering it, because that's how I want to get my little thumb notch, so that when I pull this down, it's going to be even. I'm just going to hold it till it looks like, okay. Whoops, it moved on me. Try to center that again. You just hold it to the edge, or center the best you can, because remember, this is being made by hand with love, so it's not going to be exactly perfect like a machine would do it. See, so now when we center this, we've got a little bit of a border right there. Okay, and I'm also going to round the corners. This is going to be our pocket. This is going to be our cover part. I'm going to round these corners as well. Let's see. Okay. And then this is our part to mat this. So again, we're going to round those corners on here. Just as long as everything is evenly done, it's fine. Okay, now I'm going to mat my papers before I go ahead and I put my little gusset in. So I'm just going to use some glue. And you can use whatever kind of glue you have. You can also use tape if you wish. Totally up to you. Whatever you are more comfortable with, that is what you go for. Okay, I'm just going to put some glue. Not a whole lot. You don't need a whole lot for any of these projects. you just really want, when you're using glue, let me put it this way, you really just want to use enough that will hold your piece securely. You don't want to go like nuts with it and have a bunch ooze out. I mean, normally some will ooze out, but not always. But you don't want it just gushing out. You just enough. Okay, so there's that one. And now our back piece, the middle back piece. And on all of these, I'm just leaving the inside white. You can decorate it if you would like, but I just like the idea of the white. Okay. Just a solid color. You don't want too much too much designer paper, because it'll get just a little too confusing looking. And you don't want that. You want it to be fun when whoever opens the gift opens it, not have them go, what in God's name am I looking at? So, you know. Okay, and our last piece to get glued down here. Okay. This is what I think the pad was, Sugar and Sparkle, last year at Michael's. And where is I do not know where my eraser is for adhesives. Or I would clean that up, but I will clean all this up later. Okay, now we're going to turn it back over this way. Over this way. And what we need to do is put our gusset in. And we take these that are folded in half. They're going to go this way into our piece. And they're a little bit too long, which is fine. We just have to clip them off a little bit. Oh, here's my scissors. And what I'm going to do is, as I'm going in to angle them a bit, I'm going to just clip that end off a little bit more. Let's see. Yep. I know I went completely out of screen with that. Like I said, just as I go in, I'm just taking about 1/8 of an inch off. Just so it's not poking itself out there. And again, I'm going to, this time ooh, my glue is going all cockeyed again. Let's see. Hold on a second, guys. Let me get the paper towel. Ugh. So I can clean that up. Okay. To put this in, I'm just going to use art glitter glue, and I don't know what that is, but we can clean that up later. You know what? And if this won't come off, all I'll do is I'll put like a little sticker or something over top of it. Just decorate it a little bit. Nobody will ever know it's there except for us. And I'm not telling, so hopefully you guys will keep a secret too. So what I'm going to do is take it this way so my angle is pointing outward. I'm going to put this side down first. Just going to make sure that it is, there we go, in the right spot. You don't want to cover up your score line like usual. You just want it right above it. Let me take my second one. Okay. And again, I'm going to put it right over here. And again, the beauty of glue, you have some wiggle room to make sure it's in place. Okay. Now that they're both down, I'm just going to put glue on the top of them. And glue that down. Hold it for just a second. And now you've got a bit of a pocket. I'm not going to pull much because the glue still has to really dry well. But let me, well, that's not going to go on there. And let's see. There's a couple ways we can close this. You can either use a Velcro dot, just to, instead of like the snap that I used, just use a Velcro dot to hold it down. Or, okay, here's an idea. Let's take, I had this white glitter ribbon that I got last year at Dollar Tree. So I've got the glittery side down, and I'm just measuring the width around here. So it would be about, we'll go right there. So I'm going to clip a little bit of this end off. It got a little funky. Okay. So what we can do is use the ribbon. You can put it over like this. And it doesn't have to be in the center. It can be center. It can be off to the side. However you would like it. And then I actually cut a few of these out with like 1 1/4 inch circle punch. I think that's a lot there. A little too much. You know, let's put Santa. We could put him right there. Okay. What I'm going to do with this, I am going to get tape, I think. Yeah, I'm going to get tape for the back. Let me find some tape. You know, I thought it was all prepared for today. And what I'm going to do, instead of putting tape on here, I'm going to put tape across the back of our little wallet. Let me get that back up there. So I'm trying to keep you guys in. There we go. In the shot here. Put that little end off. I'm just going to put it, like I said, right across the back instead of trying to measure it on the ribbon. So we're going to want it. I'm going to go right across. Well, let's see. Go right about here with it. So it's kind of right across the flap. Okay. Well, that wasn't very good. You want to just cut it, the ends, trim the pieces just even. You want it to be even just with the back. I'm going to burnish it a little bit. That's not very straight, is it? I did not do a good job on this one, but for demonstration purposes, it's okay. All right, now we're going to take the backing off. And I'm going to take my ribbon. Now, do we want it centered? Or no, let's center it. I'm going to take it with my sparkle side out. And I'm going to... See, now, even though my tape is crooked, I can actually lay my ribbon straight on it. Yeah, that looks pretty straight. There we go. It's going to fold this way. So what we are going to do now, we are going to use a little glue dot, not glue dot, geez. I bought these little tiny ones, the little Velcro dots. I found them at Hobby Lobby. And I think they're perfect for something like this. When you're using something small like the ribbon, just get the package open. And these are neat because the backs they're clear instead of being white. Okay. And the way I like to do it. Excuse me, guys. Oh, I didn't mean to reach across the camera. I take my bottom piece and I bring it. Well, they're kind of attached here. This is kind of silly. Wow, they are stuck together. I didn't expect that. My first time using them, so. Okay. Don't know if there's a trick to this or not, honestly. But I usually take my back and I bring it over to my, the other part of the closure that I'm going to use on my cover. I snip that there now. So what I'm going to do, and I've got the bottom part here, and here's the top. I'm going to pull, I'm going to take this ribbon, this side, and I'm going to put it down this way, because that's going to be the top. And then when you pull this over, and you pull the other part of the ribbon. I'm going to put it sideways. Sometimes it's easier to line things up this way. And then when you lay it down, just give it a little press. And now you've got a Velcro closure on your ribbon that may or may not work. Like I said, I've never used these Velcro dots before. There we go. Okay, so we've got that. And then just, instead of just leaving the ribbon, let's decorate it just a little bit. Like I said, I've got the Santa. I have one going that way and I have one going this way. I think I'm liking this guy better. Okay. And I am just going to use some Fabri-Tac since this is ribbon. It just makes it a little bit easier to adhere it down. Get it down there. And I am just going to put some directly on the ribbon. It's kind of right there, a little glop. And then I'm going to place my Santa right on top. And you can even separate it if you would like. Yeah, I'm not sure if I like these little blue dots or not. You can separate it there to get Santa on a little bit better and let him dry that way. So we're going to put that aside just like that. So there's our first one. Okay. The next one I have is going to be a little, it's the same one, but just a little bit smaller. So this will be like a better size for a gift card. Oh, goodness gracious. This glue. Okay, and it puts a lid on there. Okay, so this one, excuse me guys, is 4.5 inches wide. And again, it is 7.5 inches long. And we're going to score again at 2.5 and at 5.5. And once again, we have our little 1x2 pieces, which we are going to score again at 1/2 inch. There we go. Okay, and let's get some of this off of here. Geez, I'm a messy crafter lately. Anyway, this one we're going to burnish our score lines really well. Stay where I put you. There you go. Okay, there we go. And again, so we could put a finger notch, a thumb notch, whatever you would like to call it. We are going to line that up again, side to side. And right at the edge, there we go. And take our punch. And if you don't want to use this, I mean, you can actually take, let me find, here's a 1-inch round. And you can also do it like that, if you'd rather have a rounded notch. Okay. Again, let's mat these up. I'm just going to use the regular glue since my Fabri-Tac is having issues. Oh, sorry, paper sizes. What am I thinking? They're all 4 3/8 wide. This one, again, just like the other one, is 1 7/8. Then we have one that is 2 7/8. And our last one is, wait, 2 7/8. This wasn't right. This was 2 3/8. Sorry. This one is 2 7/8. Okay. So we're going to put this one on first for the inside. I just get in myself like a 1/16 of an inch border. But again, if you want more, you just take off another like 1/8 of an inch in the width. and the height. Okay. Now this is going to come down this way. Now our other paper wasn't really directional, but this comes down this way, so you want to make sure that your paper's, oop, I'm going to round that one. I forgot about that. I just think it looks a little bit nicer when it's rounded. So let's round that flap again. And like I was saying, since this is directional, be careful and make sure that you're going in the right direction. Let's do those little corners. Okay. So I'm going to glue this one on. And again, just like, you don't need a whole ton of glue, just a little bit, enough, just enough to hold it securely forever. Okay. And then I usually see how these are, they're going in, my layers are going in the same direction actually. This one, we will flip this over this way and put this backing on. Whoops, put that backing on. I'm having one of those days. Jeez Louise. Center that one. Okay, there we go with that. And once again, we have our little gusset pieces, which I'm sure again are probably going to be a little bit too long, but you know, it's better to have more length than not enough, because you can always cut away, but you can't add it back. So let's see. Yep, just about another 1/8 of an inch. So I'm going to do the same thing as I'm trimming in. I'm going to cut about that 1/8 of an inch off of the one end. I'm going to do that on the second one as well. There we go. All right, and again, a little bit of glue on this one. I had a glue bubble there. Oh, that's the other day, my Fabri-Tac, again, I'm just doing this with the bulleted side facing outward. My Fabri-Tac got bubbles on the end of it again, like big bubbles. And I wiped it off onto a piece of cardstock. And I just went on with what I was doing. I think I was actually filming a video. And when I went to pick the paper up, the bubble had dried like hard. So I had like this, it was funny, I had like a permanent, 2 or 3 actually permanent Fabri-Tac bubbles on the cardstock. It was funny. I've never done that before, so I got a kick out of it. You know, it doesn't take much to entertain me anymore. Okay, oh, there's that. And for this one, let's see, I was thinking of, this time we can just use a piece of the decorated, one of the decorative strip pages. And it can go right on there. And we can do just like we did with the ribbon. But this one, I don't know, that seems like it's a little much. The "Oh Baby, It's Christmas" seems a little much on there. Let's see. I don't know. What do you know what? All right, let's do it this way. Let me get, hold on guys, I'm going to find a bigger glue dot. I will be right back. Hold on. Okay, I am back, and I keep saying glue dot when I mean Velcro dot. Goodness gracious. These are the bigger ones that I get at Dollar Tree. And again, I'm going to take the stiffer end, fold it over onto that one. Okay. And now on our cover, we're going to go in the middle, kind of near the end. Lay that down. And then when we fold our top over, there we go. There's our glue dot. And this one is perfect. Yeah, I mean, you could put cash in it too. But this one is really good for like a gift card. So there you go. With that one, that's our next one. And our last one it's going to kind of look more, a little more masculine. It's going to kind of look like a men's wallet. So we need 2 pieces of cardstock. This one is 3 inches wide. And it is 10.5 inches long. And this one we are going to score at 4 1/8 and at 8 1/4. And our second piece is 4 inches wide, and it is 8 inches long. And this one from here, we are going to score it at 4 inches, and then turn back long ways, and we're going to do a 1/2 inch on each end. Okay. Now this one is going to be a little bit of cutting involved, so. But first, let's burnish our score lines. We're going to fold it over first. And if you have a hard time folding a straight edge, you can always go to, I usually go up to the corner of my scoreboard. I bring my top piece in. And if your hands are working, awesome. You can line it up right there and try to get a good fold. Okay. We're going to open and we're going to fold these in and burnish them as well. Okay. And while we're at it, let's do these. Then I can actually get the scoreboard out of here. Because I will need my craft mat in just a minute. Let me, boy, I'm making a mess. I need to learn how to craft like neater. You should see when I'm not on air. My goodness, when I'm not recording. Anyway, our first piece we're going to work with is this piece. And we need to do a little bit of cutting. What we need to do is turn it over this way, or whatever way you're more comfortable cutting. It doesn't really matter. And we are going to, on the ends, we're going to cut above our score line to cut the, well, where did that come from? That came from, alrighty, that came from the ribbon. Okay, we're going to cut there. We're going to cut on this side, like right above, so we're cutting out our score lines there. And then we're going to cut on the inside of the score lines to remove these pieces. Second piece. I said all these are pretty simple, and I think I used 2 8.5 by 11 sheets of 80-pound cardstock. Sorry, I didn't mention that in the beginning. I think you could probably get everything out of, maybe out of one 12 by 12. I'm not sure, but, and this isn't really even on the end, so I need to even it out a bit. But, you know, I think I'm going to wait till it's all put together. I also need to trim some on the end. Let me do that one now, though. Okay. What we're going to do is, like we did in our last album that we're working on, is we're going to put a little slit in here so we can slide our gift card down it. And we're going to put that slit... Probably, this is my little tester one that I was working on. Okay, 3 inches down. So what we're going to do, and if you have a mat that's like a craft mat, take advantage of the rulers that are on there, because, I mean, it's perfect. I'm going to line that up right there. And I'm going to grab one of my rulers. And I'm going to shut my computer off because it's acting up on me. Sorry. Little sidetrack there. I'm going to take a pencil. I'm going to make sure this is straight here. And, oh, goodness gracious. It is one of those days, isn't it? It's like, let's see, it was almost 6 o'clock in the morning, so. Okay. And I'm going to find the center of my cardstock here. I'm going to go down to the 3-inch line, so I know I'm at 3 inches. And I'm going to go, let me see what I did on this one. Like 3/8 in, I couldn't remember my number there. I'm going to put a little mark. And 1, 2, 3/8, and put a little mark here. Okay. I'm going to open that up, and I'm going to take my crocodile eyelet setter, and I'm going to use my 3/16 hole. And you can use, if you have a 1/4 inch punch, if you have a, just, and nothing, I wouldn't go anything bigger than a 1/4 inch. I'm just sending my little dot right there, so I can punch a hole there. I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't go bigger than a 1/4 inch, but any size hole punch you have is fine. There's my second one. And then we're going to take this and our craft knife. And I'm just going to line it up with the top of each circle. I'm just going to cut right through. I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom. Just line it up. And cut right through. All right. Now, if you wanted to mat the inside, you would glue your paper down first, and then you would go ahead and make your cuts, just so everything is even. Let's see, what are we doing? Okay. Then I'm going to take this, and on my flaps, I guess I will use some tape. I'm not sure. This is like 1/2 inch tape, I guess. Yeah, it's a little too wide. All right, hold on. Let me get a smaller size. I'm so sorry about all this, guys. Like I said, it's early. Okay, there we go. Now I have 3/8 inch, which will fit a little bit better. Okay. Oh, there we go. Just going to put some down each. Okay, well, that's not supposed to happen. This is that new tape that I got the other day, so I'm not sure about it either. Scissors. Boy, today is not going well for me, is it? Jeez. Okay, let's see. Put some tape. Oh, look, that one worked. Down this end. Cut it or rip it on something. It doesn't matter which way you do it. And then again, we're going to go in like normal, and we're going to cut just a little bit in on the corners, just to get rid of that bulk and to get a really nice fold. And get that off. Okay. Just going to take my little pokey tool here. I'm going to take my paper backings off of my both sides at the same time. Fold them in like this, and just bring them down onto the base. And we're also going to, with glue, I'm going to seal up here. I guess I could use tape, and I forgot, actually. So, there you go. But you want to have that sealed, but you do not want to close off. I'll just put some glue down in there. You don't want to close off the whole opening here, though. So again, normally you would put tape, but I forgot. So I'm just using some glue. So this is closed, and this is all open. And now I'm going to trim those sides that were uneven. Let's trim that one. This is just where the score lines were. I just missed some of it. And not a big deal again. There we go. Okay. Now, we're going to hold, this is our cover. We're going to put it this way so the little flap is here. And with glue or tape, again, I for this part I prefer glue because it gives me some wiggle room. We're going to tape this little pocket right inside of our wallet. So I've got some glue. And I'm going to line it up with the edge down here. Okay, so now when it folds up, you have a little wallet. And there is a little bit of bulk there, so what all you need to do is when you have it folded over, take your bone folder and kind of like reinforce your score lines. That way it'll kind of mold to the pocket. Okay. So once again, I'm going to round these corners. I just think it looks nicer. It's like a more finished edge. And then all we have to do is mat it. Here's my papers. And these are 2 7/8 by 4. And again, just with the glue, or you can, once again, you can use tape if you would like. And I'm sorry that I'm out of the shot again. You guys gotta let me know when I'm doing that. Jeez. I'm kidding. I know some of you are probably there yelling at the screen, and that's fine. I would do it too, believe me. Okay, there's that, and I'm gonna mat the back. I'm hoping this video is not getting too long. That's only a little over half hour. I don't have my regular way to look at my screen because my computer's acting up. Okay. Like I said, again, I'm leaving this white, but I'm going to be using some stickers from this pack. But I'm going to use another Velcro dot to hold that down. One of the bigger ones, because like I'm not sure about those yet. Not sure if I like them or not. Taking the rougher side, putting on the soft, because that's just the way I do it. That's how I prefer to do it. And I like my softer side, like on my closure, like my flap piece. Put down there. Fold it over, and now you have a little wallet that opens. And here are my stickers that are left. Let's see, from the other day. I think here, let's see, who is going to fit here? I wish that snowman was facing inward, but you know what? It doesn't matter. I think I'm going to use him anyway if he fits. Let's see. If we have our snowman, but what else? See, I'm not sticking him down yet. It's kind of cute. Let me see. Let me cut a little bit off the end of this where these little trees are. Sorry, guys. I know I keep going in the shot. I'm so sorry. Okay. Okay. And because that's rounded, I'm going to round this bottom, which is going to stick really bad, but it's all right. I can get it out later. Okay. I'm going to stick this down here. The little tree line. And then kind of have him here. Like he's in the foreground. Okay, and then I think I've got this really cool little snowflake I can put there. And you guys are free to do whatever you would like. It may not look the best, but it's cute. I think it's cute. Oh, here's a cute little snowflake. Let's see what happens. Here's another little one. That I will put here. Okay, and then on the inside, I'm wondering if I'm hoping I can make that fit. I'm going to use this banner that says snow. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to go right to the edge and right to the edge of my score line there. Let me do the W. something like this, when you line them up, it's easier to do. I find it's easier to do both ends and then come back in the middle and fill in. But again, whatever works for you, you go for it. Get these two and see. Oh, geez, everything is sliding on me today. Okay. About this much room, I guess, in between. You can measure if you'd like to get like perfectly even. Then that looks cute. And then let's see. What do we have? Let's see. I'm a-looking. Let's put some hot cocoa. Oh, look, that even has a little spike to poke out. Okay. A little bit of hot cocoa. And we will put... We can actually use some of these word blanks that keep popping off anyway. Here's... Now it stays on, right? So it says blankets. And then we can do, ooh, snuggle, that's a good one. I can use that little snuggle. There we go. And if you wanted, you could also put something here, which I'm not, let's see. Oh, too bad too bad the polar bear is too big. He would have been fun. I'm sorry, I know I'm out of frame. This is a crazy, crazy day. Let's see. If our oh, he'll fit. Okay, we'll put our snow globe there. All right. And this will fit. Let me get this little guy out. It'll slide right down in. And there you go. 3 different money holders or gift card holders. And it only took us, what, half hour, 40 minutes, something like that. So, not bad. I hope you make some. Perfect for stockings. And I will see you guys in the next... Oh, wait a minute. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Click the like button because it does help my channel grow on YouTube. And be sure to click that notification bell and click on all so you know every time I upload a video. Trust me, they're not all this crazy. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.